back. We weren't here last week. Yay! Or boo. What is that? Either way, I don't know. Hey, folks. It is another Saturday. And, boy, it's a hot one today. I'm just hot. That's okay. It's summertime. I'd rather deal with the heat than the cold anytime. So, hello, Shar and Doug. Sitting comfortably at home, watching yours truly on the big screen. My good side. So for the first time today, I'm making jambalaya. We'll see how well it goes. Sausage and chicken. I'm not going to put any seafood in it. Oh well. So have we got anybody in the room? So
We got Ronald.
Ronald, hello. Happy weekend. Eli. Carol, hello.
And
Ralph. Hey, Ralph. Way over in New Zealand. Woohoo.
And Sergo.
Sergio.
Zergo.
Sergo. Cool. Welcome. Sergio, have you been in the kitchen before? I don't recognize your name. I'll just tell you what happens here. Every week, I draw a name from the basket of food or dinner suggestions that has been made by you guys. And that's what I end up cooking a couple of weeks down the road, just so you know, 2 weeks from now, yours will be done. That's kind of how we do things. Welcome. The two things that I don't do here on the channel, we don't do no religion and we don't do no politics. That's the way that goes. We try to keep it family friendly. It's not a family show or family channel, but I like to kind of keep it that way. So anyway, tonight menu, we got jambalaya, which I am making for the first time. We have jalapeno hush puppies for the side dish. I'm going to make just a little bit of cucumber salad just to kind of have with things. And deep fried cheesecake for dessert. Yummy. As always, Mrs. Old Guy behind the show here, behind the scenes, making everything work, kicking me in the butt when I need it. And I don't suppose I'm going to goof around too long, just for the simple fact that there's a few components to this tonight or this afternoon. So tonight, depending on, and who is our new member with? Zergo. Where are you from? Where are you at? Where are you watching from? Yeah, I don't need like an address or anything. Just a general area. Just curious. We've got some folks that come in from the UK, some from New Zealand. There's South Africa, Australia. So just curious. What part of the world you're in?
Eli's excited about today's menu.
Are you, Eli? Hey. Eli, I went to the store and I bought Zatarain's jambalaya. Can you see that, Mrs. Olga?
Yep.
And you know what? I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to take it back. I thought it would contain, when I was doing some researching on how to do this, I saw an ingredient that isn't very common. In fact, the base of it is made with sassafras leaves. And there's just none to be had around here, and I didn't want to buy a big bottle of the seasoning, not knowing if I would like it or not. So, it's not like something that I absolutely have to have. If I can remember the name of it, I'll tell you what it was. But it's not.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
It's not going to come to me. But anyway, woo! I'm going to get.
Sorry.
Yes, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Zergo Surveys from northern Michigan.
Nor- Northern Michigan. Cool.
And he says he has not been on your live streams, but I have commented on your videos and YouTube shorts.
Yes, I kind of recognized your name, but I didn't think that I'd seen you in the kitchen before. So welcome, and everybody, be sure and give him a big welcome. This is kind of just what I do. And folks here will tell you that if there ain't nothing pre-made or set up really, with the exception of desserts. But I've had more than one failure on this stream. I've got a few enemy desserts. Well, just one really, pineapple upside down cake. That one seems to be my dessert kryptonite. I just can't seem to make that.
Zergo said thank you.
Oh, and by the way, just help yourself. We got cold pop, beer, wine coolers, water, whatever you like in the fridge. Help yourself to a bottle. Mi casa, su casa. So when you come in, just grab something out of the fridge and have a seat. And I'll get dinner going. So, just like a lot of other Cajun things, it starts with the Trinity, which is celery, onion, and bell pepper, where mirepoix is carrots, celery, and onion. So, it's kind of the Cajun version of that. Alright, let's get this diced up. Put in a nice size honk of this here onion. Boy, it has been pretty warm here the last few days. We did have some rain, which was nice, but there's been some scorchers. And for those of you that have, heard me talking about doing this project with the soffit this year, I am happy to say that we are now down to the painting and trim part. Yay. Yeah, way yay. It's close to 80 feet of soffit that we had to put up. And,
So Carol wants to know, doesn't sassafras taste like licorice or anise?
Sassafras, no, I wouldn't describe it that way, but then again, how would I describe that? If you've ever had birch beer, it's kind of along the nature of a birch beer. It's a kind of a woody flavor, but
She says more root beer.
you can't. Yeah, root beer is another one that comes close to it, but you can't. They don't make it with sassafras anymore. Not real. You can buy like a sarsaparilla, but they don't make it with sassafras anymore. It's has some carcinogens in it, and so they outlawed the use of it. So
Interesting.
yeah, you could probably go to some other countries or something and maybe find a version of it there. All right, got just a couple of tablespoons of oil in the bottom there. Let that get a little bit warm. It is a toasty one today. It's almost 100 in here, so which is not always a thing in our house. It usually doesn't get that warm in here, but we left the doors open a good portion of the day, which was not a good idea because that just lets all the hot air in. We usually kind of close it up, open it all up in the evening, let the house cool down, all night. Then in the morning, before it starts to get warm, we shut it up so it stays pretty cool most of the day. But not today, because I was in and out doing this stupid soffit stuff.
The dogs were in and out, we were busy, so.
Yep.
Zergo says root beer would be more accurate.
Yeah.
You are in for a treat with jambalaya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've had jambalaya once before, but yeah, it's been so long that I don't remember where it was that I had it. So.
Ronald said have a good weekend.
Ronald, you too.
I don't think he's going anywhere. He
Okay.
just happy you have a good weekend.
Yes, well, I hope you have a good weekend too. In fact, coming up, you know, in case I decide I want to forget, happy 4th of July coming up this next week for everybody. Tomorrow is Mrs. Old Guy's birthday. Yay! Happy birthday! Everybody wish Mrs. Old Guy a happy birthday. Now, you don't have to. It's not like a requirement.
Eli says 105 and cloudy here is kind of nice.
105?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cloudy.
It's at least in the hundreds inside today. That's what the little thermometer said. I just got some chicken thigh here.
No, Carol, no swamp cooler here.
Yeah, no swamp. But we do have an AC. It's actually a heat pump. It'll work heat or cool. And using it to heat the house, pretty dang efficient. You know, economy-wise. But running it as an air conditioner, not so much. Not so much.
John is here.
Hey, John, happy Saturday. So, one thing that I do every week, and I'm going to want to know what y'all are having for dinner, right? Or what your next meal is. This is our dinner, early though it may be. What about the rest of you guys? What is your next meal? How about you, Ralph? Let's start with you, way there in the future. Ralph is already in Sunday, so.
Thank you guys for the birthday wishes.
Oh yeah. Starting to get a nice little bit of color on these. Looking good.
Thanks, John. Carol messaged me right away early this morning and told me happy birthday, Eve. Happy birthday, Eve.
A little bit of salt and black pepper on here.
Ralph said probably pizza tonight.
Pizza, nice. Come on, how about the rest of you? Carol, what are you guys doing down at your house for food?
The other guys in the future is here.
Ah, Mr. Greg. Happy day, Mr. Future Man.
Good morning from Sunday. Happy upcoming birthday to the lady from Colorado. Thank you, Greg.
Woo! All right. That's a hot one. I'm going to pull that off just for a minute. Get this kind of roughly kind of break up this chicken. It's still a little bit warm. I just pulled it off the heat a minute ago.
John's having homemade beef burritos tonight.
Yummy.
Eli's out and about, haven't had breakfast yet. I'll probably pick up some fast food later.
Polly, go outside. She wants to go out, but she wants to go out the front door. Would you kind of show her the back door?
Come here, Polly. Come here.
Go on.
Come on.
Crazy dog. All right. Very good, very good. Now, the recipe Definitely calls for andouille sausage. In the store that I went to, they were out of the andouille. Doesn't that figure? So I got hot smoked sausage. I figured that would make a pretty good substitute. Maybe it won't, but I'm gonna run with it. And since I'm just making a small batch for me and Mrs. Old Guy, not quite half of that. Cut that up some nice bite-sized pieces here.
Zerko says, you're welcome, and he says, I'll be having leftover hungry Howie's pizza, Italian herb crust, pepperoni, mushroom, red onion, mild peppers, black olives, and apple sauce.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm a black lover. I love olives, so that would be right up my alley. Mrs. Old Guy, not so much. She's not fond of that stuff. I don't even want to say it. Is it okay to say it?
Yeah.
She don't like olives.
Carol says, don't know how to spell it, but Perez? B-U-R-A-T-E-S or something like that?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what she's having for dinner.
Oh.
She's not sure how to spell it.
Oops. Where'd that go? No, I don't care. I'm going to wash it off and I'm putting that baby back.
Right, says Hungry Howie's is underrated.
Hungry Howie's. We don't have any Hungry Howie's out here.
Zerko said it's fantastic, everything on it.
I like a good, like, supreme or loaded pizza. I had a pizzeria years ago, so. All right. Starting to look okay.
Natalie's here saying a quick hello as she's at work.
Oh, hello, Natalie.
She'll catch a replay.
Hope everything is going well with you. Okay, what do I do with my notes? I didn't write a note down. That's not the one. On the other side? Nope. I'll make myself some notes for today. There we are. Just making sure. I'm going to go down my list of stuff that needs to go in my jambalaya here. I really don't want to miss anything if I can help it. All right. Like I said, this is my first attempt, and I wasn't going to buy. I looked how much it was for one of those like 2-ounce bottles of Cajun seasoning, and absolutely not. Just like pumpkin pie spice, I don't buy that either. Just get the ingredients and make it yourself, and that's exactly what I did. All right. Okay. Just want to grab my basil. Of course, because it's the one I want. Hey. I thought it would hide from me just like it always does when I want something out of there. Okay. So, about a tablespoon or so of flour.
Okay. Carol says it's cabbage and meat in a dried dough.
Oh, okay. Kind of like kraut burgers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are good, Carol.
Yep. That's something we make semi-frequently. Let's get that.
Greg says homemade pizza. Also going fancy. Meat lovers with mushrooms, avocado, Mexican cheese, red onions. Can't see it because that's hurt.
Oh, I know. I wish I could get that to go away.
Slash of Worcestershire sauce and chili.
That sounds all right.
Yeah.
And Brother Doug, I'm expecting a call now. Don't disappoint me. All right, so let's get some garlic in there. About a clove, huh? And some basil.
Eli said that he might stop by Jack in the Box and try some smash burgers they've been advertising.
You know that I haven't been to a Jack in the Box.
For a long time.
Well, I've not been to one since we've been together, and we've been together 33 years.
Yep.
So, it's been a bit since I've been to a Jack in the Box. Alright, let's get a nice little dab of that Cajun seasoning on in there. So far, it's looking alright. I mean, that's
Zergo
pretty.
says, I wish we had a Jack in the Box place. Have never gone to one, but always hear good things.
Yep. I used to like them okay.
Thank you.
It's been so long that. Okay, so far that's looking pretty good. Smells alright. Maybe I should get a taste. Good to taste that broth now. Ooh. That's nice, just like that. 3/4 of a cup of rice here.
Sounds good.
Mix that in.
I will pass it along. Hey, have a good weekend. Buddy.
So my brother Doug is having
Ribeyes.
ribeye steak. Ooh,
Potatoes.
Sweet.
Salad. And sherbet.
wow, yummy. That sounds delicious. Okay. Let's cover that bad boy up.
Eli says, Jack in the Box, like
Tip,
every
tip,
other
no.
place, has gotten expensive. They do pretty good chicken sandwiches also.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I hear you. Everybody wants too much for everything now. Heck, just going to Taco Bell, almost $20 the last time we went
Yeah.
for 2 tacos, a crispy crunch wrap, and a supreme burrito and a medium drink.
Yep. That was
Like-
it.
Almost $20, $18 and some change. It's like, wow. It used to be a whole lot less expensive to do something like that. Okay. So I plugged the fryer in. I'm going to get these corn fritters together real quick. I'm going to start that by just getting a real fine mince on some thin sliced onion. Oh yeah. Some hush puppies. Let's get that.
Zergo says that's called food inflation, or my belly isn't included.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Robert said that there's no Jack in the Box over there. He hasn't even heard of them until this spring.
Yeah, well, it's just another fast food hamburger chain. They, just like all the others, they all have their something else other than burgers. And Jack in the Box, I don't know if they still do the tacos or not, but they used to sell tacos. Like, you know, they were pretty cheap back in the day. Have no idea how much they'd be now. I don't want to guess. Really get the fine mince on with this. Practically turn it to dust. Okay, that looks pretty good.
Eli said Jack in the Box is somewhere between Burger King and Curry.
Yeah, somewhere. Okay. What did I need here? Sorry, guys. Half a cup of cornmeal. If I don't write it down, even though I make a lot of this stuff semi-frequently, I'm still going to scribble it down. Especially when I'm doing live streams. I make enough mistakes as it is. Forgetting to put stuff in or whatever. Okay, half a cup of cornmeal, a quarter cup of flour.
Rico says he hasn't ever seen one either. Jack in the Box. He says food talk makes me want to get some food too. It's like contagious.
It is. Now that you mentioned it, I'm hungry. And I'm going to eat. All right. Put in a little bit of sugar. Yep, that much. And some baking powder. I did grab that out, did I not? Yep, right there. I need to make a batter later for the cheesecake bites. It's going to be delicious.
Yes.
All right, let's do
I don't
this.
think I've ever tried fried cheesecake.
No, I don't
I think so.
I don't think I have either. I've had the frozen cheesecake bites, like dipped in chocolate. Those were okay. Okay. What else now? Let me dice up a little bit of these jalapeno.
Eli says, I wish there was a closed caption. LOL, I'm next to a generator now. I'm only going off the chat. LOL.
Oh. Whoa. Hello? Can you hear me? Alright. A little bit spicy. I'm not going to try and make them too scorching hot. Thought about using fresh jalapenos, but I don't know. I guess I didn't want that raw taste to them if they don't cook all the way through. So get this kind of stirred up here. Okay. Throw in an egg. Okay. And not quite. This will be fine.
Well, says being vegetarian, I've never eaten at Burger King, but when I walk past it, it always smells somewhere between burnt today and candle wax.
Well, I mean, fair enough.
And Zergo says he's about to eat the whole jambalaya himself. Trust me, I heard him say it. Told Eli that.
Oh yeah, that looks really good. All right, that was whipped together pretty easily. Get a couple of these things out of. Nope. I need that.
Yeah.
Get a couple of these things out of my way. Mm-hmm. Woo. So what are you guys' plan for the 4th of July? We are going to go down to this local town down the road. Real old-fashioned, small town 4th of July celebration.
Yeah.
The little hometown parade that, it's got like a clown band that's been there in one shape or another since I think the 1940s.
I think that's what it said.
So,
40s or 50s.
Yeah, so it's been there for quite. The clown band is kind of an established
Yeah.
bit of tradition in this town. So and then they have the celebration in the park afterwards with pie, cherry pie competition,
Yeah.
cherry pit spitting, so you can get the furthest distance.
Bunch of stuff for the kiddies.
Yeah, cornhole competitions. And it's a lot of fun.
Ralph said he says he meant burnt toast, but autocorrect is real thing.
Burnt toast.
Yeah, he got watched by Burger King.
Yeah. Well, the burnt flavor or aroma doesn't surprise me, especially if it has any amount of grease mixed in with the smell.
Zergo says, I don't do much for the 4th of July anymore. It makes my dog freak out with noise and stay home and look after her anymore.
Man, there's nothing wrong with that.
No?
Nothing wrong with that at all. As a matter of fact, that's well, first of all, it's really quiet here. The town we live in has about 60 houses, maybe. There's nothing here, just a post office. So, 4th of July is pretty dang quiet.
Yep.
So that's why we go down the road for any celebrations.
And they don't do fireworks.
Nope. They do not.
Eli's dog didn't like fireworks either.
Yeah, most dogs don't. Now there's probably some hunting dogs that are used to loud, bangs and noises that probably might not be too bad with it, but yeah, most dogs don't really like loud stuff. All right, I'm going to give this get this.
Eli said that he used to hate the 4th because of the fireworks, but dogs didn't do well.
Yeah.
And Zergo says, don't get me wrong, I love the 4th and celebrating. I used to, but the noise in the neighborhood makes my pup go nuts.
Sure.
She was abused before I got her, and she has some special needs.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I really do. Hey, it's never good to traumatize your pets. So. Yeah, so
Eli
nicely.
suggested to Ralph to try a chili relleno, but he said he didn't know how it would be with vegetarian cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but yeah, I've never really tried vegetarian cheese. I've tried fake or artificial cheese. I don't know what the heck it was made with, but it wasn't good. So.
Ralph says, oh, Happy Mark Matariki. It's a Maori New Year.
Oh yeah. Well, that's interesting. That didn't say a darn bit, but that's okay. I got everything out of here I want, I think. No. There. You'll throw a little bit of apple into this cucumber salad.
Sounds good.
Might as well. I can't dance. Well, I can, but I look pretty silly. I can remember learning the minuet as a kid in grade school. And they had us make these paper hats or something to wear while dancing the dance for the school show.
Yep.
Does anybody else have to do that? Anybody else have to dance the minuet? I could think of a lot of worse things that I'd have to get dance to, but still. Let's cut that core out of there. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna. Just some really thin slices of apple. Promises to be a pretty good meal here. As long as I don't let that rice stick to the bottom of the pan. Which is the only unfortunate thing about cooking with rice that way. That's a good apple.
Greg says you guys are lucky that you can use fireworks. They're banned in Australia, legal in Tasmania. Can't let us convict. Convicts run around with power.
Well, they're really not legal in a whole lot of places here either, Ralph. There are some states where it's perfectly legal, like where my brother lives in his state. You can go buy, firecrackers and, things that go boom! Yeah, but here in our state, it's very limited. Only the kind of like sparklers kind of things. Nothing that leaves the ground, nothing that explodes, nothing like that. So,
That was great.
ah. Wow, that is really starting to smell good.
Eli says one of the nicest and funniest guys in the NBA is a fellow Kiwi, Steve Adams.
Oh yeah? Never heard of him. Then again, I don't watch much in the way of sports. A little bit of dill shaking on there. I seen that spice trying to jump and I caught it. Got some white balsamic. Sprinkle some of the white balsamic on there. A dash of white pepper. And pinch of sugar. And that's it. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I really like that vinegar.
What's that?
I really like that vinegar.
Yeah, me too. It's got a really nice flavor. Okay, yeah, that hush puppy stuff is looking really good. We are about, maybe another 8 minutes or so before that rice is done. Get this kind of tossed around and mixed in some here. So far, no mishaps. That's a good thing. A very good thing. All right. Next weekend, what do we have for next weekend?
Sausage roll.
Sausage rolls. Oh, that's from Mr. Greg, the future man. That's right. So, next Saturday, July 6th, I think. Sausage rolls. There's a request from the men down under. All right. It smells really good. Can you stick that in that little fridge down there?
Maybe.
We just keep cold drinks in that little fridge, so the vinegar aroma isn't gonna like spoil any food. So that's why it's in there. I suppose I should think about starting to cook up some of these hush puppies. Shh. Hush puppy. They're both sleeping. The fabulous, fantastic Farberware fryer. Okay, here it comes, guys. I actually have to start cooking here. I'm too new to this. I'm not used to this whole cooking thing. I hope you guys don't mind.
Gracious. Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, about his request coming up next week.
Oh. Okay. Here we go. We'll see.
Ralph says, I thought hush puppies were a shoe brand.
They are. They are a shoe brand. But, you know, they have Dove soap. They also have Dove chocolate. Dove soap and Dove chocolate. Believe me, the chocolate tastes way better than the soap. All right. I might as well just cook them all. Let's just cook the batch. They're puffing up and floating very nicely.
Yay.
Just what you want to see when you're making hush puppies. You know, I think the last time I made hush puppies, long time ago, it was jalapeno. All right. Yeah, these are looking really nice.
Yay.
Puffed up real well. Hush, you puppies. Okay.
Yeah, says I can hear again.
Well, I'm glad you can hear again.
Ralph says he's heard of the Dove soap, but never the chocolate. Good thing they don't contain any Dove.
Yeah. Why do you call it Dove chocolates if there's no Dove in it? That's like the box of chocolates skit from Monty Python. And the guy goes in to complain about some of the varieties, like crunchy frogs. Oh yes, little spring toads washed in spring water and enveloped in our triple whip creamy smooth chocolate. And he says, don't you even take the bones out? He said, if we took the bones out, it wouldn't be crunchy now, would it? Holy smokes. These are looking really good. I'll give you guys a look at these here in a minute. Yeah. Looking really nice. Delicious. I think there was a fish and chips place, wasn't there, that used to sell hush puppies? Was it Arthur Treach's?
Maybe. It seems like it seems like I do remember one, but.
I think it was Arthur Treach.
Zergo said, "When doves cry." Good song, LOL.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. Get these little pieces out, and we are good to go. That is tonight's performance by the fabulous, fantastic Farberware Fryer. Okay. If I can move them without dropping them all over. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me give you guys a take a peek at that. Can you see it all okay?
Yeah. That's good.
Hush puppy. Right. And I believe that this food is probably done enough to eat.
Yay. New Image Landscape and Concrete here.
Hey, New Image. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Sit down, man. We're just getting ready to serve up dinner. Jambalaya with some just pulled out of the fryer jalapeno hush puppies. These are-
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Greg said, "Get that pesky fly off the table, LOL. I didn't know we had guests."
And the frog says to the waiter, "Why isn't there a fly in my soup?"
Everybody says, "Looks good, yum." Joshua Maxwell's here.
Joshua, happy Saturday. They're in the sunny state of Florida.
Eli says his stomach is making noises.
All right, let me just check this rice. Let me give it just another minute. Not quite done. Let's do this one. We'll give it just another minute. That's okay. Oh, I don't mind taking a load off. That's not a bad thing. I mean, I could jump up and get the batter ready for the dipping the cheesecake. And you know what? I might as well, I suppose. You know, I was thinking that was it for fabulous, fantastic Farberware Fryer.
Hey.
But it's not.
Greg says no flies on your back, Tom.
No flies on my back.
And Joshua says it's raining today, so it's not so sunny.
Yep. Well, hey, a little rain sometimes is not a bad thing.
No.
Not
Had
at
a
all.
share of rain this year too.
Well, it's good because a lot of summers, well, I mean, Colorado is a semi-arid state, so there are some pretty dry years,
Yeah.
especially on this part of the state, so it's nice to see the moisture come in and make it to where I don't have to go out and water the lawn.
Greg says raining here this morning too. Had such a nice week. It has rained every weekend thus
Nice. Yeah. Isn't it? You know, back in the day, raining every weekend would have really aggravated me because that's when a lot of people have their days off.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Rain all day Saturday and Sunday, but come Monday through Friday, nice sunny weather when you can go out and do something. It's stuck here at work. You want to try one of these?
Sure.
Nice catch.
Thanks.
Smells good. Cooked all the way through on the inside.
Sure, just throw food at me. Hit me in the head.
That's yum.
Yum.
Getting that little bit of onion and the jalapeno. That's real tasty.
It is good.
That's going to go really well with that. It absolutely is.
It's a what a catch. Thank you.
I know it, and I really whipped it.
We did too. Well, it says I just bought a second-hand water blaster and have been cleaning the patio, the side patch and the carpet.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Eli says we go out on rainy days and stay in when it's over 115.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I remember one of the places that I was at, it was a 500-seat place between the sports bar and the regular restaurant. And they had two fully functional kitchens. One was kind of a pizza kitchen. And they bought an infrared, really nice state-of-the-art infrared pizza oven. But the vents weren't able to keep up with it. And it was, it'd be 125 on the line. And it got to the point where I was set up milk crates in the walk-in freezer. And I didn't mean the walk-in cooler. I meant the freezer. And guys would go in there and take their whole 15-minute break sitting in that freezer. I finally got management to do something about it, but yeah. And I had just the opposite problem at another place that I went to, where it was in the winter, and there were supposed to be heating elements at the top when they pulled in the fresh air. Well, they weren't working. It was just pulling in the, below zero air right into the kitchen.
Yep.
And I'm not kidding, Mrs. Old Guy. I'd seen me there. I had a hat and coat and gloves
Yep.
on to work, and rubber gloves over my other gloves, but in order to keep warm in there.
Everybody on the line.
Well, yeah, everybody. So, it took the owners a week to finally call a repairman in after listening to us complain every day. Come on, you gotta fix this. We're freezing. We can't even keep the food warm.
Yeah.
We'd put it up on the serving line, and it'd be cold in just a minute or so if they weren't right on top of it. Some of the fun stuff that you put up with, right? Okay, let me see how that rice looks now. I think that looks a little better. Let me give it a little taste.
A little bitter?
A little better. Did I say better?
No.
You did? You being sarcastic?
Eli says the walk-in, aka the extra break room.
Yep. The extra break room. Sometimes it's an absolute necessity. You know, man, it's like 100 degrees on the line. Yeah, well, it's 100 degrees outside. Let's sit in the walk-in.
Greg says he would be loving that in the summer.
All right. So let's grab that salad there, Mrs. Old Guy. That cucumber salad is ready to go. Yummy. I'll eat cucumber salad 4 times a week. Easy. No problem. Okay. Split that up between us. Oh. And a little bit of that. A little bit of that. That's a done deal. All right, guys.
Sir Joe says enjoy. I bet it'll be great.
Jambalaya and jalapeno hush puppies. Feast your eyes, guys. And I don't know if you can see the cucumber salad, but there she is.
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit. There we go. Needed some color. Oh, it's not too late. It's not too late.
Ralph says my new AliExpress umbrella hat should arrive next week.
I didn't quite catch that.
His new AliExpress umbrella hat should arrive next week.
Oh, umbrella hat. Cool.
Pingu's here.
Hey, Mr. Pingu. How are you? I hope you're having a great day. We are just ready to have a little chow down. Put that right there.
Greg's drooling.
Okay,
Eli said looks good.
so now we'll just
Nice.
a little bit of pimento on the top, just to give it some color.
Cool.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. I'll serve mine up. Looks delicious. All right. Give myself a couple of these hush puppies. Some little crispy bits. All right. Let's see. Well, that's a nice sized bite.
Really hot.
Getting lightheaded from both. Wow.
Yep.
Mm. Mm.
Quite tasty.
Mm. Woo!
Hot?
No,
Just got cooked?
it's not hot. I just like making strange faces and funny noises when I eat.
Yum. Good.
It is good. It's got a nice little heat to it. Yeah, it's got a nice little heat. I put a fair amount of cayenne pepper in that Cajun seasoning. And you can sure taste it between it and the hot sausage. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. Mm. Mm. Yeah, but good. I took that bite with a little of that hush puppy in it. That's good. This is my favorite part, guys. I'm not sure how fun it is for you to sit here and watch me enjoy what I've cooked, but that's one thing that I can say about doing this, and I know you've heard me say it before, or most of you, that out of all the things that I've cooked by request, there was only one that we didn't like. And that's not too bad out of the almost 3 years. You look perplexed.
I was just reading up, catching up on what they said. Sergio said expected as much when I heard you say Cajun earlier. Eli says I'm so hungry. And Ralph asked Zergo, is your username anything to do with StarCraft?
Ah. Okay.
Zergo says, no, it was a spin-off of one of my first usernames, Zergos or something, but I figured Zergo or Zergo would be easier, Ralph. Zergos are both spelled differently.
I really like the apple.
Yeah, that's a nice twist on it.
I gave it a definite new flavor and really good. I'm going to be doing that more. That is delicious.
Ralph says, and no tummy upsets from any requests.
No tummy upsets from food that I've made. Oh, yeah, multiple times. But it's not the fault of anybody but myself. I know that I've got some stomach issues, and that's part of the reason why the stream is the time it is now. To give myself more time to take care of said meals. So gotta have time. I gotta let it have time to set. The carrots still have a little bit of, or not the carrot, but the celery still has a little bit of crunch to it. I'm glad I stayed away from the seafood. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm thinking that the chicken and sausage was just about right for us, for our liking. Oh, by the way, I want to talk about the Crazy Food Crew for just a second. First of all, if you haven't gone over to their channel, please go over and subscribe to them, Miss Olga, when you get a minute. Miss Olga will drop a link. But great group of guys. You know, it's a family channel, and I challenged, for those of you that know the Crazy Food Crew, I have challenged Wildman Uncle Les to challenged him to to drink something with me, and we're going to try and do this on a live stream. A Vienna sausage milkshake, and neither one of us really like Vienna sausages very much. So, but that's coming up. But I just wanted to make you guys aware. You're going to want to see it. So,
I brought the link.
thank you, Miss Olga.
You're welcome. Zergo says, as I grow closer and closer to starving while watching, my pizza is in the fridge calling my name.
Well, well, heed its call. Go to its beckoning and become satisfied. Yeah. If you need to go, like, turn an oven on, or, if you need to disappear, perfectly understandable. I do appreciate you coming down and hanging out.
Bacon till 22? Ooh, I need it for the eating time.
Bacon! How's it going, buddy? So what's it like on your side of the state today? Is it, you guys getting some, like, hot temperatures? Is it thunderstorming, or just curious? We've been getting some of both. 90-degree days and some nice rainy days. Still got plenty of time.
Bacon says pretty good, hoping for rain.
Yep. Looks like we might get some more today. Starting to cloud up. Got some nice rain at about midnight last night. And that was... Rain at night is always welcome.
Zergo says thanks, take care everyone.
Well, thank you for coming in and hanging out. I sure hope to see you again. Next weekend, we're doing sausage rolls, plus whatever dessert and side dish you guys vote on. So be looking for that. And I hope I'll see you again. That's right. Oh, this is really good.
It is.
And I'm glad I didn't use the Zatarans.
Living my best life at 60 years old.
Well, good evening, kind lady, and how are you? Thanks for dropping in. We have some jambalaya in the pot. Just sit down, we'll help you up. We got some. I'll scoop you out a bowl. We got some hush puppies to go with it, and some delicious cucumber salad that I sliced up some apple into. Coming up for dessert, we have some deep fried cheesecake. Oh. This is a good meal. This is a first for us. We've not had, well, I've had jambalaya once before, but this is the first time I've ever made it. And this is the first time Mrs. Old Guy's ever had jambalaya.
Yeah, that I can remember.
That she can remember. So,
Bacon says, oh, that's a hush puppy. I thought it was a deep fried cheesecake.
nope, they're coming. Nope, these are the jalapeno hush puppies. Wow, a piece of bone in there.
Uh-oh.
Hush puppy and with onion and jalapeno. Delicious. I could have added a little more jalapeno. They're good, but
They're good.
really good.
Bacon says, I love the hot ones most.
This is really good. He loves what now? The hot wings?
The hot ones.
Ow! Oh, jalapenos? Or the hush puppies? Or both?
Maybe the hush puppies, that's what he's talking about.
I was going to put a little cayenne in with the hush puppies. I put the rest of it into my Cajun spice.
Eli says, just missing some strawberry daiquiris and some bees and you would be in New Orleans.
Yep. Or maybe a mint julep.
Yes, Bacon was talking about the hush puppies.
Yep. I like them a little spicy. Regular hush puppies are good. They are better when they have a little heat. Now those would be good dipped into a little bit of like honey butter as you eat them. And a little more heat from the jalapeno. That was delicious. And who'd this idea come from? Was this from Eli?
What do you look? It was.
Well, my memory works sometimes. Well, Eli, I hope I did justice to your request.
Bacon says, oh geez, have you ever made whipped honey butter? That would be magic.
Oh yeah. You bet I've made whipped honey butter. There's been a few places that that I've been at over the years that sorry, that would make cornbread in various ways, and most of them served it with a whipped honey butter. Some of them just served it with like a melted honey butter, ready, you know, but oh, it's so good.
Bacon says, now we all want cornbread too.
I hear you. And grab yourself an extra hush puppy. Hush puppy.
Robert says he went to a public Mubarak or something celebration yesterday. From memory, it's a celebration when they could eat again after fasting.
Huh. Interesting.
Eli says, I might have to steal this menu.
It was pretty tasty, I'll tell you. The cucumber salad really made like a nice, like, I don't know, it was like kind of refreshing almost. Taking a few bites of that in between the hot, spicy jambalaya. Wow. that was a good combo, and these hush puppies were just perfect. That was delicious. By golly, by gum. By golly, by gum. I should suppose here in a minute I'm going to get up and make some batter.
Yum, that should be good.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of funny. Come on now. I got stuck there. When I was looking for, even if it's something I've made before or whatever, I still will look on the internet, and just see what else is out there and whatnot. And I watched a few videos and looked at a few recipes for deep fried cheesecake. Boy, was I surprised at the variation that some people, would like. There was a couple of them where it was just a store-bought cheesecake and pancake batter, pancake mix for the batter. Others, went through, making the cheesecake and everything else, right down to the graham cracker crust. So I just thought it was kind of interesting how, something that seems so simple could be made even simpler, or I guess even worse, depending on where your skill level is at.
Eli says, or Greg says that fly is getting close to those puppies.
He is.
Bacon says, did
Go
you
with
freeze
it.
a cheesecake to fry? Not sure how that works.
Yeah. Yesterday I made the cheesecake. After it cooled, I wrapped it and put it in the freezer. And so it's just your regular round, cheesecake. And, and after I get the batter made, I'll bring it out and I'm going to cut just, a nice size wedge out of it, about what would be 2 slices for Mrs. Old Guy and I. And then I'll dice that up and deep fry that. Put the rest back in the freezer. I've never frozen one of my cheesecakes before. I felt almost like I was doing it in an injustice by freezing it. What are you doing to that poor cheesecake? What is the texture gonna be like? But deep fried cheesecake is a thing, so it must be okay.
Bacon 420 said, oh, pancake batter sounds fun.
I don't know. Pancake batter just sounded like it was an easy way out. Like when I was looking to make cream horns. Every single recipe, every single video I saw was using puff pastry from the store that and it's like, well, no, I want to know how to make homemade, so I, taught myself how to make puff pastry. And you know what? It wasn't difficult.
Steve, sir.
Hey, Steve, welcome. Happy Saturday. We're just about ready to get into making some deep fried cheesecake. We just finished with some jambalaya, hush puppies with a little jalapeno, and a delicious cucumber salad. Wasn't on part of the advertised menu. I just decided to have some with it. So, welcome.
Eli says, I have a challenge / dessert request.
Oh, what is that?
Cream cheese stuffed churros.
Cream cheese stuffed churro. uh, uh, yeah, I don't know how that one would work.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Bacon says, Eli, don't you need a tool for injecting the churro?
Hmm. Yeah, you do. You need it kind of. That's why I'm like, well, I'm not sure how that would be possible, other than just to, make some churro sticks yay long and then split it open right after they come out and throw some cream cheese on it. Here, you want cheese? There, take it. I don't-
Bacon says, ever make homemade cream puffs? My wife does that.
Oh yeah, I made cream puffs, eclairs, Danish donuts, cronuts, cream horns, apple fritters, bear claws, you name it, elephant ears. I make a lot of them. I think out of the newer ones, I think the cronuts have been my favorite newer pastry recipes that I've done. Wow. Mrs. Old Guy was hungry.
Yep. Ate most of it.
Done good.
Aw.
That's
Not
close
so
enough.
hard now.
Yeah, that's close enough. Those would be good just warmed up like in the microwave for just a few seconds and then some honey.
Yep.
So they'll get 8, that's for sure.
Well, since I must be missing messages, I can't see anything in the chat from Steve.
It happens. I don't know why. Like when Steve Russell.
Yep.
Yeah. I see him just fine here. He
Yeah.
can see us, but when it goes to if he makes a comment on my videos, I cannot reply to it. I don't know why. When he's on Val's stream, I guess he can't see my comments. I don't understand why, but it's one of those mysteries.
Yeah, when you try to reply to it, it comes up with a red message saying,
That it can't be delivered now, or that something has gone wrong, or I don't know.
Eli wants to know, how are the moos?
The moos are doing okay. They're doing just fine. Let's see. I need 10 tablespoons of flour, half a cup of 8. Two more will make 10. Woo! Haha. Basic math skills are good with me. 1. Oh, 2. And I did that all by myself. Alright, half a teaspoon of baking powder. What's this stuff? And
Polly's leg is getting better slowly.
it is.
She can walk on it pretty well now.
Yeah, she walks on it pretty well, and then but after we take her for a walk,
Yep.
she kind of stiffens up and she limps around for a little while, and then it seems to kind of relax again. So my guess is it's probably going to take another couple of months before it completely heals. Let's not slam your face into the cup.
When we take them for walks and they're off leash, Polly likes to chase the rabbits.
Yep.
She's really been missing that.
That she has.
She'll pull me down the road trying to get down to the rabbits.
All right. I guess. Let's use some more buttermilk. half a cup of milk. And about a tablespoon more, right about there. All right, one more little thing. Need to melt about a tablespoon of butter. I don't know why. I know why. I guess I do know why. Because the recipe calls for it. Funny how I can answer my own questions like that. All right. If I seem slightly disorganized today, I am a little bit. We spent a good portion of the first portion of the day outside working on that project, which, hey, slowly coming together. A couple days ago, we stepped into the garage and I got in front of my table saw and we cut 200 feet of trim. Woo!
Ralph says he was trying to come up with a joke, but he can't think of how to make it work. But if you get fast food, then you'll probably be eating on the fly.
Ha ha!
On the flies?
Well, I'd say I'm going to need just a little more milk. That's the initial appearance I get. Let's just kind of eyeball that.
Eli says I tried to eat on the fly once, but I squished.
I was going to say something, but this is one of those occasions where it's probably best left unsaid. That's slightly better. This does have to be a batter, not a ball. Let's see, I want to take it easy here. I don't want it to be like pancake mix. Oops, too much water. A little more mix. Oh, now it's too thick. A little more water. Next thing you got enough pancake mix to. All right. Almost. Oh yeah, there we go. I can live with that. All right. I'll be off camera just for a second while I grab the cheesecake. Made it yesterday. Sat in the freezer all night. Cut a couple of wedges here. Yummy. Jeez, you'd think it was frozen or something. definitely frozen. Come on. There we go. Okay.
I'm kind of surprised how hard that is. You know how frozen it is.
Come on. Should have grabbed it. Knife that was a little longer. Probably would have helped. One of my chef knives might have done better. That's okay. Cut. There we go. Okay. Before we go too much further, just going to give this a quick cover up. Pop it back in the freezer here. Don't need it thawing out. And I'm not going to struggle with that. Oh, geez, it's a lot easier to cut. What do you know? Get back over here. Okay. Let's cut that in half.
Eli says, forget Jack in the Box. I think I'm getting some burro tacos and a big cup of consomme.
Yeah, I heard they're doing that now. Another reason why I wish I could go back. Just none on this side of the state, and it's certainly not worth driving 300 miles
Yep. He said,
one way.
He said, forget Jack in the Box. You should get burro tacos instead.
Oh, I see. I guess I misunderstood. Okay, and my scoop-a-doopy is still there. Perfect.
Ralph told Eli we've got an old joke tin labeled flies, and originally it came with raisins in it.
Funny. All right, let's get these set. Couple little plates. All right. Let's see how well this goes. That is still just a tad bit thick. I don't want a huge clumpy amount of batter on it. Like when you buy something from the store that's battered, and it's like twice as much batter as there is filling. Okay, here we go. That can get out of the way. Come on. Don't do that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Wants to know any plans for the sport?
Yeah. Local 4th of July celebration down the road. Small town parade. Food vendors and music and such in the park. Okay, this is the way to do it, guys. If you're gonna do this, use a toothpick. Where'd my... Okay, those are finished cooking.
I haven't heard anything. I wonder if Peony's doing fireworks. Oh, they did that on New Year's, huh?
Right, yep. New Year's Eve for fireworks in the local town.
He says he's not sure what he'll do.
And afterwards, we're gonna come home and just do a little grill session out back with a buddy, and probably just do some simple stuff like burgers and stuff like that. You know, maybe get some watermelon or whatever. Yeah. Ugh. I didn't mean to drop it from that high.
That's really good.
Yeah, they're doing all right. They seem to be containing the cheesecake okay.
That's a good thing. Ralph says, do you get mini boy erasers over there?
I don't know what that is. That's a new one for me. Here we go. Here we go. Dress these up just a little bit with some powdered sugar. I think we should. Are you just gonna finger these, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yeah, I guess. Eli says, all right, I'm back just in time.
You are. Okay, there's that view. Look at that. Doesn't that look good?
Does?
There you go. Take that.
Wow, I'll never eat all this.
That's just the one piece.
Wow. Do you want to share some of this?
If you don't think you can eat them all,
I don't.
you can take a couple of deers down to Cheryl.
Carol would probably like it too.
You can take them down to Carol. She can have them. You want a couple of cheesecake bites, Cheryl? Or Carol?
Rick says, wow, they are looking good. This is as close to my fried ice cream request, I reckon.
Yeah, pretty close.
Ralph says, young car drivers that do burnouts on the streets late at night, messing up the streets.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I don't know, they have a different term for it here. I'm not sure what, I don't remember exactly what it is. One more. Oh, come on. Okay, set that aside.
Okay, I'll call you after the stream, Carol.
Okay. Round up a little bit anyway. Almost. Close enough to where I can probably unplug the fabulous, fantastic Farberware fryer.
Eli says Iron Chef OG.
Ha ha ha. I wouldn't say Iron Chef. Maybe, oh, Pewter Chef.
Okay. Carol says in a way they have burnouts.
Do they?
Yep. Greg called them hoons, those young car drivers that go out. Ralph says, yep, we sometimes call them hoons also, though I think it's more of a generic term for crazy people.
Well, these give. Then I guess I would kind of fall into that category.
You're welcome, Carol.
Okay. A little powdered sugar on these. Get them on a plate. Powder. Yeah.
Get up here now.
All right. Now, before I actually sit down and take a bite, let me see one of yours, Mrs. Old Guy. At least they're a little more cooled down. I don't want to just grab a super hot one. All right, here we go. There's that single one. I'm going to give it a bite. Can't see that, can you?
Kind of.
Oh, wow. That's not surprising. You got a nice little crunch.
Eli says, question for the barbecue master. What exactly are burnt ends?
Burnt ends? Well, from my experience, the brisket's got two parts, right? The deco on the top and the flat on the bottom. And we would do burnt ends by separating the two after they've cooked all night, and the flat is ready to go. We cut the deco off and put it back into the smoker for an additional 3 to 4 hours. And what that does is it renders more of the fat out and gets it very crispy. I suppose like a really good way to put it would be like beef bacon. It's got that nice, little crunch on the outside when you bite it. And on the inside, the fat and the meat just melt in your mouth. Burnt ends. That's how we did it anyway.
Greg says, "Oh wow, so good." Steve says, "I'll take one."
Oh, when they're hot and that cheesecake is melty.
Ralph told Carol, "I haven't heard of Olathe. Kind of sounds like a name of the snowman in the movie Frozen." Photos Against Anxiety is here.
Hey, photos against anxiety.
Yeah.
Yep, I just got through frying up these here cheesecake bites. That is fantastic.
Carol said he was an amazing Indian who came from Kansas.
Wow, that's really, really good. Now I can see why maybe a serving of these would maybe be like 4 pieces. Because it is extra filling, of course, because of the batter.
It is.
But if you're
It's really good.
trying to watch calories, eating too many of these is going to jack you up.
Eli says beef bacon.
Bacon. Like beef bacon. Eli, if you ever come to Colorado and you go down to the Denver area, there is a place called Georgia Boys. They have the best barbecue in Colorado, and with good reason. Go there and get yourself some burnt ends there. Like, just order the plate or a sandwich. But you might want to get there early. I don't know what it's like nowadays, but before they would sell out of the burnt end pretty quick. So, of course, there's a lot less of it than there is the rest of the brisket. So,
Photos Against Anxiety says, "I'm ordering a pizza. I'm starving."
yum! What kind of pizza? Pepperoni? Sausage and pepperoni? The works? Vegetarian? Or vegetable pizza? I'm curious. What kind of pizza?
One more, I guess. I shouldn't.
I shouldn't either. It's hard to resist. These are really, really delicious.
Yeah, I like her channel as well, Greg. She does very good photos.
Oh yeah.
Eli says he wants to try some Rocky Mountain oysters in Colorado.
Okay. Yep, if you want to, they're certainly available. I can tell you about this one tourist that came to Colorado, wanted to try them for the first time. He got drugged 40 feet.
Photos Against Anxiety said pepperoni, mushroom, and extra cheese.
Nice. That reminds me of years ago when I had my pizzeria. Pizza Hut opened a location in our little town. So I thought, well, it's our night off. Why don't we go check out Pizza Hut? Of course, I'd been to one before, but so we go and we're waiting for our pizza, and the people that were at the table kind of across from us, regular customers, we see them all the time. And, I didn't have any problem, with them being there. I mean, try out another place. A lot more room to sit. I had a pretty small place. But anyway, guy was getting really upset because they were just open. There was hardly anybody in the restaurant. And it had been almost 50 minutes since they'd ordered I think your pizza, mushrooms and pepperoni. Anyway, finally, the server brings out their pizza and puts it on their table, and the guy looks and he said, "This was supposed to have mushrooms on it." So what does she do? This is the honest truth now. She took the pizza and walked over to the salad bar, reached in with her bare hand, and grabbed a handful of mushrooms from the salad bar and sprinkled them on the top and brought it back over. And yeah, it was funny, and it was, I think it was the last time that guy went to Pizza Hut. He was a continued loyal customer. I couldn't believe she did that. Neither could he. He goes, "Did you just do that?" We're out of here. That was funny.
Carol said when I was in Oklahoma, we called them bull fries, and Rocky Mountain oysters were sheep.
Okay. Well, see, it just matters where you hear it from, where you're at.
Yep.
I was trying to find some for a live stream 3 or 4 years ago. Called some of the local grocery stores and sent me back to the meat department, and this one gal picks up, "Do you all have any Rocky Mountain oysters?" And she says, "Well, I think we do, but we might be out right now. But my seafood guy is going to call in about an hour, and I can see about ordering you some." It was at that point that I told her she had no clue of what she was talking about, and ended the conversation. No fun at all. Wow, boy, look, tonight's gone by pretty quick.
Yeah.
This stream's gone by. Wow.
It says thankfully they didn't forget extra sauce.
They didn't forget what?
Extra sauce
Oh no.
for his taco.
Good. Oh yeah. No fun eating a dry taco. All right. So next week is sausage rolls, requested by man in the future, Mr. Greg Wales. Put these two back in. So we're going to be drawing for, I think it will be
It says time place, so we're having fun.
July 13th, I think. That one jumped out. All right.
Yes.
The 13th, yes. All right. Now, turn my head and it's gonna. Okay. Dropped out.
Wow, those are tiny.
Well, yeah, no.
If they're too tiny and they fall out, give it to me and I'll write it on a bigger piece of paper.
Okay. I will. When they fall out. Get in there. All right, so coming up, Scott has a dinner request, chicken gyros. So I've never made a chicken gyro, but I love the tzatziki, so Can't go wrong with that. So coming up in a couple of weeks, I guess I'll be making some naan. Love making naan bread.
Greg says, wow, my birthday week, thanks. And Eli says, birthday sausage rolls.
Birthday sausage rolls, yes. There's a lot of cool things to have for your birthday. Sausage rolls, yes, is one of them. Have to admit it. I'm going to slide this into the fridge real quick. Should have done it a little while ago, but it's all right. We made it in there. So now's a good time for those last minute dinner suggestions or dessert ideas, comments, whatever you got. Now's the time to do it. We are almost ready to wrap this one up.
Yeah.
And it was very tasty.
It was very good.
Very tasty. Loved it. Mucho delicioso. That's, I don't know, that's probably not very good. You know, my foreign language skills are minimal. Arm participation, folks. Remember that. If you're ever doing a live stream, you gotta have decent arm participation.
Ralph said my new radar bulbs I ordered online arrived, but they are not very good.
No?
It turns on when you walk into the bathroom. It turns off again and won't turn back on, even if you're standing right under a wheel.
Yeah, it sounds like they had some bugs to work out.
Eli says banana split.
I could put it up there. Write it down, so guy.
Okay. The photo says you added to my hunger.
Oh, I did, huh? Well, that's a good thing. And you got yourself a nice yummy pizza on the way, so, you know, it'll just, you know, consider this your appetizer. Better an appetizer than a appetite suppressor. Ooh, I watched him and now I don't feel like eating so much. Oh boy. Well, the first time jambalaya maker, pretty happy with how it turned out. There really wasn't much I would change. I was even happy that the celery still had a little crunch to it. So, yeah. It was a darn good meal. Darn good meal. The hush puppies were good. I would have maybe added a little more jalapeno next time.
Yep. Yeah, it could have used a little more.
Yep. But other than that, it was good. This dessert was amazing. I mean, there's what's there not to like? That was great.
Eli says, oh, never mind. I forgot about banana.
You forgot about banana? That I don't like regular bananas? That's okay. I'll eat it. Just because I don't like it. If it's something sweet like that or in a dessert, I could probably handle it. But, yeah. Just to eat a banana by itself, no thanks.
Photo suggestions I already changed her order.
Oh.
Chicken Caesar salad. It's hot today.
Ah, chicken Caesar. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a good Caesar salad. That's for sure. Especially on a hot day. You know, and that kind of reminds me of a woeful, pitiful chicken salad that I saw arrive at a table that we were sitting at. And I bet Shar remembers that too. My brother and his wife and me and Deb went to lunch, and it was terrible. Everything was terrible. My brother had chicken noodle soup, and it had lots of noodles, hardly any broth whatsoever, and I don't remember if he saw any chicken in there. Mrs. Old Guy had enchiladas, yeah, that had really no flavor or filling. I had the worst French dip sandwich I have ever seen anywhere, ever. Uh, Burnt steak puck meat on a hot dog bun served with cold, overly thick onion gravy, packaged onion gravy. And Char, she had that delicious chicken salad, which consisted of like 3 very small leaves of romaine, and I think like 1 chicken finger that had been cut up into like 3 or 4
Something like that,
pieces.
not
It was just ridiculous. Nobody was happy with that meal. Little wonder. That's the way it is.
So Greg says, Eli, don't get me started on them. Don't get me started with banana advice.
Promise.
And Eli says, I'll be making this menu next week. Thank you.
Oh, Eli, thank you, man. I appreciate the dinner request. It was very tasty.
Yeah, well,
Just like all but that one that we've had. And even then, it wasn't the request fault. It was just my personal taste. So. We're going to get out of here. I hope everybody has a safe, happy, fun 4th of July. Get out, give in your community, help out some way, somehow, okay? Help out a neighbor, just do something good, all right, for people around you. Y'all take care, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.
Bates Motel just logged in. I hope you're doing well. How's your Saturday?
Too bad.